All right, guys, with that down, let's move on to this, shall we? You know, the last time we saw Doctor Strange, he was about to step through the portal with Clea. Was that her name?
Yes.
About to step through the portal with Clea and disappear. But did you know he was supposed to play, apparently, a significant, not headline, but a significant role in Avengers Kang Dynasty. Now, of course, Kang Dynasty, that whole idea has been tossed away, probably for the right move for them to get rid of it. And it had nothing to do with Jonathan Majors, but it was the right move for them to get away from Kang. So we got Avengers Doomsday coming up, and they've already said that we're going to have big casts in both Avengers Doomsday and especially in Secret Wars. So you would be forgiven, as would I, in assuming that Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange, who is, you know, as more and more characters leave the MCU, is becoming a much more prominent and important character in the MCU. But apparently, Benedict Cumberbatch has just confirmed that Doctor Strange himself is not going to be in Avengers Doomsday. This comes to us from the folks over at MovieWeb. Benedict Cumberbatch says, F it, reveals he won't be in the next Avengers movie. Everyone is wondering who the new Avengers are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and which group of heroes will band together to fight Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. One name fans can rule out is Doctor Strange. As Benedict Cumberbatch reveals, he is not in the upcoming 2026 epic crossover. There is no need to panic. He's not leaving the MCU. In fact, he seemingly has a big role in the future of the franchise. While speaking with Variety, Benedict Cumberbatch let it slip that he is not in Avengers Doomsday. Is that a spoiler? Fuck it, the actor says, revealing that he is not returning for the 5th Avengers movie. Doctor Strange won't appear in Avengers Doomsday because, quote unquote, the character does not align with this part of the story, explains Cumberbatch. This is not because of a contract dispute, but because Doctor Strange will have a much more significant role in the following movie, Avengers Secret Wars, saying he is in a lot of the sequel. In terms of the MCU's future, Cumberbatch hits that despite his absence in Avengers Doomsday, Doctor Strange will be a major player. He said, he's quite central to where things might go, Cumberbatch says, stopping short of discussing when the 3rd Doctor Strange movie might come out. So in some other articles I read about it, it was laid out that, again, Doctor Strange was going to be featured prominently in Kang Dynasty, but once they decided to rearrange their whole story path that they were going on, Doctor Strange just didn't fit in with it. So they decided to move Doctor Strange out. Now, how that will affect Avengers Doomsday is a really good question about, like, what is it about Doomsday that it's actually an important thing that Doctor Strange isn't there, right? Because unless it's important that he's not there, you would figure you just want to put in your most popular characters into an Avengers movie. Now, of course, Doctor Strange is not a member of the Avengers. He's made that pretty clear. But still, this is surprising to me. And it makes me wonder, too, if maybe the events of Doctor Strange 3 might have something to do with explaining why Strange can't be there in Doomsday. The more important thing, though, is what I would have been really shocked about is if they had said Doctor Strange isn't going to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Because they're throwing everything at the wall in that. Like, they're going to put everybody. I mean, hell, I don't think Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Hugh Jackman are going to be in there. But it's possible Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Hugh Jackman might be. I mean, they're literally going to be throwing everything at that. I mean, didn't Kevin Feige at one point say like 60 characters are going to be in it?
Something like that,
or
yeah.
something ridiculous like that. So
Probably
I am
9
surprised. I'm surprised about this. And maybe it means they're actually putting story first and not just trying to cram in everybody that they can. Anyway, Chris, you read Benedict's comments here. Are you surprised he's not there? Does it make sense that he's not there? How big of a role do you think he's going to play in Secret Wars, given what we understand from the comic story?
Yeah.
How do you see this? Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. Are you guys like me, both a movie and a sports fan? Well, if so, then you know that the playoffs are here and it's now or never. If you love football and want to add some real excitement to the games, let me tell you about PrizePicks, the best place for your daily fantasy sports. So here's how it works. It's super simple. You just pick more or less on player projections. Think Patrick Mahomes will throw more than 1.5 touchdowns this week, or maybe Lamar Jackson will get over 250 passing yards. Make your picks in less than a minute and take your shot at winning up to 1,000 times your cash. Ann and I have been having a blast using PrizePicks every weekend. It's simple, it's fun, and it just makes watching the games that much more exciting. Plus, PrizePicks puts you first. With easy, fast, secure withdrawals, you can get your winnings in as little as 15 minutes, and they make deposits even easier. And right now, if you sign up today, you get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. So don't wait. Download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after playing your first $5 lineup. That's right. Play for just $5 and you get a $50 bonus instantly. PrizePicks. Run your game.
I actually like the idea of him no longer being in this because it does mean they are looking at their scripts and not trying to shoehorn in characters of, well, we had this plan for him, so let's try to figure it out here. And the Writing article does go on to have him say, too, that Doctor Strange is, quote, quite central to where things might go. They, being Marvel, I assume, are very open to discussing where we go next. What do you want to write? What do you want to... Or who do you want to write and direct the next one? What part of the comic lore do you want to explore so that Strange can keep evolving? He's a very rich character to play. He's complex, contradictory, troubled, who's got these extraordinary abilities, so there's potent stuff to mess with. So they're obviously going to give him quite a bit of runway throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I feel like this just isn't the moment for him to be in the spotlight. We have Doctor Strange 3 in the works and everything. I will say, though, he could not be in the movie, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be in a mid or post credit.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he's just not going to play a central part to this particular story, perhaps. And then we have that little connecting thread moving on to this. Heck, we could even have Clea pop in there and say something about Strange. His presence doesn't have to be completely gone. He just isn't going to appear on screen. That's what I think.
Can they lose that third eye, please?
I hate it.
Third eye.
That just doesn't...
Go away.
I hate it so much.
You know what I hate about it?
Everything.
It just
It
doesn't...
should get a Razzie.
It doesn't look real. That's not good compositing.
Yeah, it just looks like...
No.
That doesn't look like there's actually a third eye. It looks like a bad Photoshop.
It does.
With a feather effect on
And
it.
also it was, oh my gosh, this horrible thing happened to me. And then the next time we cut to it, it's, no worries, I'm rocking the third eye
I don't know if
now.
you guys ever watch these. They're hysterical. Maybe it says more about my sense of humor, but it reminds me of the Thumb movies.
Oh, I loved that.
Where they just like they just superimpose the eyes and the face over the thumbs.
Those were great.
But I mean, the thing you brought up, Chris, about the fact that, listen, Doctor Strange doesn't need to physically be there in order to have a presence in the movie, right? We've seen that in other films where like a certain character isn't there, but the presence of the character is often felt or even discussed or talked about. So we'll see how that all kind of turns into that. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Benedict Cumberbatch is saying, I ain't in the next Avengers movie, but I'm going to be a big part of the one after that. Are you surprised to hear that? Do you think we might get Doctor Strange 3 before Avengers Secret Wars? Whatever you guys think right now, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.